Welcome everyone to another live stream here straight from Apple Silicon Mac. Previous video. Yes, we have also not forgotten some more serious business here. That is Apple Silicon homebrew support here in our T2 Uber build system. I've done this quite a while ago, maybe actually would have been more successful if I would have done there more. Now we have some conflicts. So actually I wanted to have that in the next release, and now it's the next release. Oops, what have I done now? Why is it defaulting to ANSI? What does it mean? Hello, macOS, are you okay? So here is the new, hello, why do we, don't tell me. At least now we see when, why does this hang now? Hello? Are you okay, macOS? You had one job, was editing this freaking file. Alacrity not known, term, okay. It's not macOS fault, that comes from using the world's fastest terminal. So yeah, there is that. Maybe if you write a new state-of-the-art terminal, maybe you recycle some RxVT, Unicode color, or whatever, something terminal thing. So, and also the state of terminal. Also 2022, probably hundreds of freaking terminal emulation variants. So here, that stuff. Checksum. So the thing is that on macOS and probably some BSDs, we have different checksum. I slightly wonder though, what do we have here? Atar, why do we have psets? That's standard. Why do we have that here? Probably that is rewritten. That is what it is. How many more conflicts do we have? Here is something. Okay, that was some hack, not sure what we resolved that. Some of the stuff is of course not commit worthy, and welcome everyone. And Stefan Paletta. You are thrilled that you need that for your Mac, or question mark? Question mark. So in scripts, this is only the bare minimal support, right, which I had done. Also, we don't want to commit that stuff and that stuff. Alright, there are actually quite some hacks which we need to still factor out, darn it. Also, ls is color mode. Editor, what was it? Alright, this was probably a fail-safe detection of VI, probably. Why did I have done that like that? Pro tip, commit stuff quickly. And maybe look at your old code before you go live on YouTube. So what we basically do is, the major thing what I wanted to commit now is this checksum stuff. Which probably, maybe I should actually install a NetBSD and OpenBSD and DragonflyBSD and support building homebrew on their port system as well. Stefan Paletta says switching to iPhone right now. So you want to run T2 build system on iPhone, question mark, or you mean jailbroken iPhone, or comments unclear, please specify. But yeah, what was that? String SED, what have I even done there? String SED. Alright, maybe the system SED. I see. There was something with the version. We had here our Linux header version. So some things are actually still unclear. So the most part is the checksum stuff, which also, yeah, Unix and POSIX and stuff in 2022, you still substitute all your checksum stuff. For all the BSD. So you see, even the checksum stuff is quite some changes, right? Which probably why is this kernel thing there. I probably moved that for some reason, or maybe for the architectures and stuff. Not even sure why I moved that. Yeah, pro tip, commit the stuff early and stuff. So there will still be some. What does it mean they have? What do they have here? Uname A. Maybe they use ARM. Apparently they use ARM on macOS instead of ARch64, which I applaud Apple. The one thing that is not peakbugs, the one thing that is sane. The way we would do that here is, so core functions, it probably should be possible to conditionalize this on kernel. So like only when Linux or other open source stuff, then further substitutions, which opens a can of worms, because I wonder if all the freaking configure scripts actually support ARM64, but maybe they would if you build homebrew on macOS. So many questions. Yeah, IT, huh? Welcome to the brave new world of IT where everything is incompatible and broken. Let's see if something trivial builds, because I've not built something. I basically built Subversion and some stuff I needed, like maybe a new bash version. What is that? Objective-C? Apple, Type-C, retimer, aggregation. Why do I have this shit on my console? What kind of freaking hobby operating system is that, and where is it coming from? Man, thankfully once upon a time we've run a new show and we have that for that. I don't know what they were thinking, but something printed this random garbage over there. Firmware copier is implemented? Are you freaking kidding me? Yeah, so Lua build, that is so far so good. Let's see. So uname var adm log, do we have that here? We have that here. ARM64. Yeah, so target ARM64 Apple Darwin. Was it part of the GCC Clang printout? Actually, this was just version. Let's redo that. And isn't it crazy to have the same workflow like you have on your professional T2 Linux workstation? Here on, I cancelled it too early. Oh, did I build QEMU? Actually, I might have built QEMU, right? I mean, obviously I built QEMU, what else would I want on macOS? The one application you need, also this builds so fast on freaking M1 Macs that you need to watch that to control that. So what I wanted to check is that, wait a second, that is printing, is it? That is a uname wrapper though. Why does it print out ARch64? Maybe that is a bug. Actually, our Arch is ARM64, right? Ironically. That works. I have the feeling there might be some bug. Good that we tested live on YouTube. So, the way, obviously we can't commit this breaking our precious T2 Linux support, so that would be core function, build tools. Actually, wait a second, maybe that is where arch machine. Okay, that is ARM. Interesting stuff. Here we have Arch, though. Okay, fine. Let's do the first things first. That is here somewhere. Uname to Arch. Yeah, so reverse, we can always substitute that. But that is that stuff. It is a little bit annoying that we pipe that here. So just a little bit. I mean, we could actually, you know what, we could pipe that. It's a little bit tricky. We probably could do like that in a sub-shell process and conditional stuff. But we could also simply local rec x or something, and then if it should be kernel equals. Need to check what we got there. I deleted that. Pro tip: don't delete stuff before you're fully done. Oh wait, we still at. I'm confused. Maybe I had this after all. Maybe it's shell completion. Marginalities. So kernel. Should not have. Okay, we have at least SDE config. We have that though. It's also lowercase. Good that we checked that. Maybe we should have a convenience variable there for kernel. So adding that to the hardware expression and then SED. Yeah, that is another pro tip for shell scripting, right? If you need additional stuff, it's sometimes way easier to just keep your command and argument dynamically generated. 36 stuff. I wonder if that is the best idea. I think theoretically there are better substitutes. Here, maybe we should use arch target or stuff to generate 3, 4, 5, 6, 86 stuff, but not the most important thing today. So, kernel, Darwin, actually that is wrong, we need OR. And then do that. The biggest work up, I realize, I expected more people to tune in, as always. Oh, so I didn't stop the video. Monitor playback. I probably should have done that when Apple Silicon was new and was the latest and greatest. My recurrent commercial failures here live on this channel. So, I slightly wonder, it needs checking though whether that is fully functional. So checksum is that char sum, or what do we have there? If we don't have that, then that is check with ck versus checksum. Okay, that is good. We have a couple of more of those. Maybe I should directly work on reverting that. Oh, wait a second. We need to delete what we don't want to revert. So that was time stuff. Doesn't support some options as far as I remember. So that we want to commit, so that is the same MD5 some stuff here. Not even sure if that is. Now we need to check that in a second. So the reason obviously is pro tip number 666, right? Commit the stuff logically grouped, not all this, not like big mega corporations do, like here are some sources, some random mega dump. And type MD5 sum, so that is here, MD5 sum, creating MD5. So basically this is defining a variable for the name of the tool you want to use. And then using that. So there's still some mktemp stuff. Probably need to do that in a second. So I want it a little bit grouped. Some more checksum. That file in full and download to. So that is all checksum. So that is again checksum, similar to the create copyright patch. And so just a little bit more right here. We have checksum and modern checksum. I hope that it was fully tested. Actually, I see already. So the reason I do this now, I had this lingering around in my working copy here way too long. And I need to clean up all my working copies, right? This is just too much and we want to release, so the sooner the better. Here's even more package checksum. That's all. Pro tip with major edits, always check that. So in one script I saw checksum. So I probably need to touch but not that the bloody MacBook sleeps. Because obviously I stream from my T2 desktop Linux, right? It's not like I would live stream from a not media first OS. You can't natively capture desktop audio and stuff. Yeah. Here, so checksum, we had recently removed all the superfluous semicolons. Here we have one more of this, char and sum. For local checksums might be all. No, one more somewhere. In create checksum patch. And that is attention to detail. This is just the extra next level, right? You know, you clean this up, you saw there's some stuff. Obviously recheck what you've done there. Like we will recheck this now. So here we have MD5. Why do we have just MD5? Did we not? Is it, maybe that's a typo because create, or is it MD5 some? It's probably, so yeah, if we wouldn't check and double check, we would easily commit stuff with typos. So MD5, what even is, wait, is it? They have just MD5, huh? They have both. Or maybe the other is installed by T2, that is possible. Alright, that's also wrong. Update, creating backup of old package data. So we need to have this check earlier, I think. So we need that probably earlier somewhere. I would guess creating MD5. Maybe check it here somewhere early. Why is that dash R? Why did I indent it so stupidly? Reverse the format of the object. This helps with visual diffs. Does nothing when combined with PTX. I have the feeling, shit, that is a little bit annoying. So basically we need apparently that. Actually, okay, are we so lucky that MD5, where did we have that? MD5 some, because usually we only need to check that. Here is check, does it support? Oh, darn it, MD5. Does it reverse and check? Invalid option R? Oh shit, that's just the wrong one. Illegal option dash. Oh, come on. Calculates, takes an input message every length. Designer has data, clearly profile. Does this thing not? Oh, that might be. Yeah, now I have both here. My system is of course not helping. Oh darn, don't tell me I didn't save this now. So the check, oh, I can repeat the same mistakes. The check. So that is of course extreme inconvenience. I'm not even sure. I mean, okay, the good thing is, we didn't use it for downloads. So we have here char. So the bloody macOS version doesn't support checking. That is, of course, that sucks. Although we had that here, would that not work? But apparently not. Update. I mean, it's special update mode. We can actually. Oh wait, MD5 was the Apple version, right? I mean, we could make two variables, if it even has a freaking. Let's see, what is the official Apple community? Automator script, no, thank you very much. OpenSSL MD5, oh my god. Yeah, leave in comment below, is that a BSD thing? Okay, thankfully we don't need that much, so that is to do, but that sucks, of course. Okay, fine, I hope we don't need that for the rest, so let's div that one, hopefully last time. Why do I have MD5 sum equals MD5 sum there? Probably not deleted from div or something, from when I copied it. So, does it all look like checksum stuff? So if you check sum, check on sum, except if we don't have that. Checksum 2, checksum. So SHA-224, SHA-224 sum. So previously we had that hard-coded, now we have SHA-224 sum, except if that does not exist. Alright, then just SHA-224, so removing this trailing. Wait. This is confusing me right now. What is the Apple version? I lose we should remove some or not. Oh, by the way, maybe we need... actually, maybe I introduced a bug. Because it is reselling the same... Did I test that? That is very much confusing. Is that the Apple version? Okay, it is algorithm default 1, SHA-1. I mean, it did work, I guess, but somehow... Ah, yeah, here, okay, this is actually SHA-SUM. Okay, so we remove the SHA, we remove... I need to debug that, if that really worked, though. Remove a semicolon, need to debug that. Okay, so we remove SHA and SUM, we have only 2 to something, and then SHA-SUM. Okay, now I understand. It's of course now. Is it? Ah, right, wait. It's now using the wrong... Ah, shit. And now I have the GNU SHA things installed. It's of course not very helpful. And so, okay, so this works in one line. I wasn't sure about that. So 2 to 4 SUM, Checksum. Okay, that works. But there's nothing like testing too much. So theoretically I could indent that one more, but nah. So Checksum 2. Did I local that? Why is that not local? But can you define that in one line like that? Is that already defined after the... I make experiments, yeah. No, that does not work. Interesting that the other work. Am I really sure the other works? Maybe because it's defined already? Did that even work? I thought it worked, didn't it? Wouldn't it be logical that both work? this looks like it. Why does that work and the other not work? Maybe it's... Okay, fine. We don't need to save a line of code when saving a line of code is more expensive than... But now, finally, can we commit? Here we have MD5, so what is it doing? Local package checksum expand to full path only. Okay, that also does, that's creating the checksum. We also, anyway, we need to migrate from that. For obvious security reasons. Also, why is that a typo? Maybe in my patch though. What is with me? I think some of this doesn't work on macOS for some reason. What else do we have here? There is even bin uname. Yeah, some stuff still needs to wait for some more cleanups. Here's some Darwin stuff though. I'm not sure why I did that here, if that otherwise is using our uname wrapper. Basically, I mean, probably there's a reason why someone wrote that. So that is stage greater than. Okay, let's see what happens if we build a small, if we thread rip a small package. Okay, so this indeed runs the wrapper, so it was intentionally written because we have here you should not run union during the build. Probably env does not help with it, does it? That probably also uses. I mean, we could remove the wrapper from the path. I mean, we could. If we don't want to trick around with the path. Or is it this one? I mean, either we remove it or we test the existence and conditional run uname and user bin. All not pretty, but it will do. Ah, what? It's so easy. It just already runs it. That's convenient. That's convenient to debug. What did you find? Actually, you know what? Let's. Wait, did I still have that? Should this not be defined? Here we do. Also, if we, where do we source the config? Ah, early. We could simply do that earlier before we set up the path. Also, wait, but here is command wrapper path. Why was that not? What did I do wrong there? I don't want to move too much code though. Oh no, it is there. Not sure what I was looking at. Or I had it wrong. Yeah, uname is there. So if we, how does it, if we modify the path, does it instantly take effect? I've never done that. Still has cross tools bin in there, but I guess that works because we don't get a warning here. A little bit tricky, but I guess I commit that for now. Why do we do that here in 2 lines? Maybe because it's long? And that's a little bit long now too. So is it better? You know what, I think we should Is it a fix? It's always a question, right? Did we fix something? I mean, theoretically, what was it even in? Oh no, we have even 2. Oh shit, then we have even... But okay, if you... It outputs the same, so the GNU core utils versus... Or does it? No, wait a second. It outputs slightly different. The other outputs actually more interesting. Okay, but if you install like with the 2 alternative unames into your system, and it still would still work, but you're on your own anyway, so. Was user bin right? I mean, maybe that would also be theoretically, maybe even some, it doesn't matter, but maybe I heard some Linux distributions also put everything in user bin, so. So, welcome everyone. People want still basic window manager. Why for Linux from scratch? I don't understand some. Linux from scratch, there are already 1947 other Linux distributions. And there are also now enough window managers. I entirely don't understand wish list requests like that, like entirely not. I will do microkernel, I will do low level stuff. So basically I will have like window manager in microkernel, other low level like DOS and firmware and stuff, but Anyway, you probably want to share, like, and subscribe for that stuff. So another improvement, probably postpone. Let's see if we probably have merged that already. So yeah, that was just that stuff here. So what else? Some more Uno stuff, right? In the meantime, I'm not even sure, did we modify something or... Okay, so... That still succeeds. Did we edit something? I lost overview. Do we need... Okay, we still have some uname stuff in there. Because it is a uname stuff factored out. We still need to work on this build tools thing. So that should work. That needs some work there in build tools. I also need more coffee. So here, or did I entirely remove that already? So we had base package. So I hard coded that 20. So that's of course not ideal. Okay, this was SED and that stuff. So opts, new opts, what else do we have here? Opts that, new opts. So that is kernel config stuff parse. Where's the kernel somewhere? So if that then basically the problem is we have a little bit more, or do we? String, no we don't. We can so hard code that for now, and later if we support more systems we need bigger case switch blocks there. So if kernel Darwin, then hardcode that for now, otherwise SED that out of Linux kernel header for Linux. Can't easily test that now, huh? Because I'm not sure if all the surrounding changes are enough. Nah, legal option. This doesn't parse yet. Do we not have... maybe introduce some bugs there. Best thing someday before the release. Okay, let's commit this and see on Linux build. Nothing like testing that live on a Linux build. Why is this arch target here? Ah, this is okay. This is a whole. Okay, I mean, even if this has a bug, we will find it hopefully quickly. Famous last words. I'm not even so sure if this was lowercase though, but yeah, we probably have it like there, so that's probably fine. So the other stuff is probably, I mean, there's still some, so user, I need to think how I want to do that this time. I mean, this is some nice to have debugging stuff. This is whatever is it? Rerunning, why do we do that? So maybe some stuff needs, maybe all of the stuff needs user bin env bash. Because the other stuff is some more lightweight, not that important stuff. Let's see if we can still build something. Okay, that doesn't instantly error out, that's a good sign. Let's see what happens. Darwin, including spaces, that is a good question. Maybe I should look at the comments more often. Ah, that explains the thing. Thank you. Such a win-win, this YouTube channel. Can't even imagine that explains the syntax error. Do you want a credit? What are you? Bro, don't even understand what he's doing. Is he... I hope I didn't have that right. That was probably without typos. So, thanks for that. That probably explains the thing. So the question is, does everything still work? Let's make a new config. Do we see any errors? Do we default to Linux? Linux, we default to Linux. Although this is, you know what, let's see if we, because this is copying that from the system, probably. Oh wait, don't tell me I had to. Did I add the new config? Ah no, it didn't copy this. We only copied it for default, I think. So okay, we still default to Linux. So far so good. Let's build config new verbose viewer. Oops. Yeah, let's do it again maybe. Alright. One too late, one too early. I was in there 3 times. This charm should probably be that one. So kernel Linux, what else do we have there? Keep source, okay. Uname, what do we get? Syntax error, oops. Line 38. That happens, ladies and gentlemen, that happens when you don't test your shit. Why don't we have a line 38? Or maybe end of file, then, or maybe I forgot a fee here. Yeah, recurring theme, even I, although, yeah. But yeah, even I, if it's not tested and stuff, even if I would not YouTube live stream, right, the chances are 90% the same mistake would happen if I would sit in peace and harmony and quietness here. So, where was it? Build tools, I guess. Where is it even? Here. The question is, do we need this? So, yeah, we need the block there, and so probably if that Darwin, then that. Otherwise, there. So yeah, 21.5. So theoretically, there's a new version. It's not even the latest version. I still need to click on updates here for Ventura or whatever. So it's a little bit newer. Let's maybe use it. But theoretically, to do not hard code system version, yeah. So the main stuff is in there. The question is, does it still work? What would I not have recently downloaded? Like maybe Lilo or so, stuff that I, even freaking that I've downloaded. Shit. There be any random garbage that I like so literally never built? Maybe some joystick tools? Oh, even that I've downloaded. Shit. Does version number creation, checksum creation stuff still work? Yep. So I guess so far that works, at least some of the stuff. The other stuff is too raw, that needs a little bit more cleaning. So what, for a wider adoption of our Uber build system, I probably should write a proper article how to commit a little bit more of this rough stuff, like clean this up, and probably that should be the number one to do of document. Now that we have that more in there, and some last changes, whatever. Actually, we have some more random stuff in here. So this is some accumulated stuff though. Okay, does our own stuff work on macOS apparently. I wonder which, did we modify the Lua already to build? Yeah, we have here, for example, already kernel stuff. There's also what to build, right? So there would be, do we have somewhere generic or? Actually, why do we build generic when? So what we then can do is case the kernel in and then like Linux I think it's a Linux target, wasn't it? What did they have there? Mac OS? And otherwise, I mean, otherwise maybe nothing, or did we have, or maybe it does its own uname stuff. Something of that sort, just to, it's not really that necessary, but to document already, give you some examples if you want to play along at home. Yeah, someone asked why to hardcode the version number. Why syntax error? Because we cannot, so usually on Linux we want to build with one ABI version that is many years later, so we get that from the Linux header package. On macOS we currently don't have such a header package. We could, so the thing is, that is our fail-safe, or like our reproducible build version number. Especially theoretically, if you build this from scratch, like if you build a BSD or even theoretically open free Darwin stuff, you also don't have the version number, so you would also, if we package more Darwin stuff, have it from there. So case, what did it even, alright, we have here nothing like most modern. But yeah, I need to think about, there is not a quick solution. I need to think how to like more properly do that for macOS. Or do they have Darwin? Oh, macOS, what did I type there? I guess something FreeBSD, generic Linux, AIX. Does it Mac OS? Wait a second, Mac OS X. What did I type? Maybe I didn't. Mac OS X. Document what's available. And we could remove what we've done, so that would be, actually we have Linux readline also, but yeah. It's only minor features, but maybe it's nice to have. If you want a full-featured Lua version, we probably should build it like that. Like that. Hope it doesn't cause a regression or two. I could check what exactly I had in here. Maybe QEMU is a bigger thing also, actually freaking. newlib APR. Here's actually some merge conflict. So most of the stuff is, we probably want a better default prefix selection sometime soon. What we probably want is for this config stuff to, like, if homebrew builds, then default everything to user local or something like that. But that is for also another day. That is funny. Cairo, I have exactly the same thing for Itanium Linux here. Was it already all bash? Apparently. So there's lots and more stuff to come. Another day. Yeah, quite some hacks here and there. For mostly Clang and stuff. The irony is, should we duplicate that? So kernel, does kernel name already work? What was it, Cairo? So that would make that Darwin if we want this auto applied. If that is already implemented. See what happens. Or not installed? Do I not have this installed? We mostly only want to know whether this conditional patch stuff is already implemented. Maybe I did so. No. Implicit declaration, Cairo mutex unlock, unknown, maybe that is the thing, threats, safety support stuff. It looks like it didn't implement that yet, so detect patch files. I have the feeling we want some convenient kernel variable. I don't really want to. Actually, we can even, you know what, we can simply just extend that here. It's no problem to later mass SED the stuff back to kernel or whatever. So patch. So this is sub packaged. I forgot even that we had that, but here's tool chain. We basically, I mean, I guess I just added here, then it's arch and kernel. Not that we need that anytime soon, but never say too soon. patch. Basically, I would say it's... you know what, I also forgot the dot there all over. Target package and architecture. I mean, theoretically, we could also overlay additionally kernel. Package. Did we had get reverted target chain? Did we had arch conf dir? Target chain of where is our arch dir? Package target architecture, actually that is here. Maybe we implement the other things next time we need that, then we could actually place patches into kernel directory additionally for maintainability or whatever reasons. Or maybe we don't really need it then, maybe we have architecture and there's also, I mean, we can kernel patch that already there, so. I mean, unless, the bigger thing would be then whole package overlays in the kernel directory. So, reverted target chain of arch. Target. Let's try that again. Oh wait, it didn't do as it was. Cairo. Yeah. So yeah, now we apply hotfix mutex patch Darwin. Which did we functions? Do we have other changes? We have other changes in there. Still doesn't build. Cairo Sphinx needs repeat thread. Okay. We don't need to commit this kernel nonsense. We need this kernel stuff sooner or later anyway. Can commit that already, or maybe it then fails. Can the Sphinx be disabled? So patches. Oh wait, we want it the other way around. Maybe I should have reviewed that a second longer. Comar.kernel. Comar.kernel. It's probably fine. I mostly commit that because I had something similar here with IA64, and that is why T2 is increasingly becoming the Überbuild system of just freaking building everything TM. Maybe it wasn't IA64, was it Alpha, or did I SC in touch? Did I change the config, maybe? I just saw that yesterday. Okay, no, that is a rebuilding too much. No, that is a full build log though. What's in alpha? Which freaking build TM was it then? Or did it... Maybe it was alpha and I switched that to... Was it alpha? Ah yeah, I switched that to minimal instead of minimal xorg. And the crazy thing is, I'm pretty sure that built some months ago, because we now have the first deck alpha uses for T2 Linux. So yeah, that is Cairo. I wonder though why I thought that previously did build, which is recurring theme, right? The only constant is change and regressions. Although it might be a config, it might be that we build with something like stack smashing protector. There's also linear gradient. What the heck? I thought I had seen some threading shit. Maybe that is simply using the wrong header. I thought I had seen something with threading, but maybe I remembered that wrong. Yeah, so I need to fix it, though I only wonder why it builds for other targets, but not this one, but now we will find out. So yeah, more homebrew stuff. I should have prioritized that a year ago. But yeah, I'm not known for making the smartest business decisions. So anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you learned something thoroughly. Maybe, yeah, as usual, it's super long. You do some work, time passes. I actually have theoretically more Linux build stuff to do. But anyway, hope you learned something and enjoyed this live from Apple Silicon stuff. And yeah, have a good day and night, weekend. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And I hope to see you soon for even more code work to come.